Genesis 28. Get ready for Jacob's ladder, the invention of tithing, and more incest. More incest was actually the original subtitle for the Bible. Don't bother looking that up. I'm right. When we left off, Esau was screwed out of a blessing and eager to murder his brother Jacob. And Jacob was sent to live with his uncle to avoid being murdered. So Isaac called for Jacob and blessed him. Then he commanded him, "Do not marry a Canaanite woman. Go at once to Padan Aram, to the house of your mother's father Bethuel. Take a wife for yourself there, from among the daughters of Laban, your mother's brother. May God Almighty bless you and make you fruitful and increase your numbers until you become a community of peoples. May he give you and your descendants the blessings given to Abraham, so that you may take possession of the land where you now reside as a foreigner, the land God gave to Abraham." Then Isaac sent Jacob on his way, and he went to Padan Aram, to Laban, son of Bethuel the Aramean, the brother of Rebekah, who was the mother of Jacob and Esau. So Isaac is telling Jacob to run away before his brother murders him, and to go to his uncle's house so he can find a cousin wife, because incest never gets old in the Bible. And Isaac demands that Jacob not marry a dirty, rotten Canaanite because of ancient grudges involving a drunk, naked Noah. How is that the only qualification for a wife in this family? I don't care if she's broke, ugly, and evil. Just no Canaanites. Is it weird that Isaac is calling on God to bless Jacob, given that God has pretty much been Isaac's enemy forever? He's not your friend, man. Let him go, Isaac. And why are we blessing Jacob again, considering he just tricked you into blessing him in the last chapter? These people have such short-term memories. Speaking of which, this passage just referred to Laban, son of Bethuel. In the very next chapter, he's Laban, son of Nahor. No one noticed in the Bible factory. And what's up with the line about giving Jacob and his descendants the blessings given to Abraham? Are blessings passed down from generation to generation? Are they genetic? Are they like heirlooms? Apparently they can't be divvied up amongst brothers, but they can be passed down from grandfather to grandson. Somehow. Now Esau learned that Isaac had blessed Jacob and had sent him to Padan Aram to take a wife from there, and that when he blessed him, he commanded him, "Do not marry a Canaanite woman," and that Jacob had obeyed his father and mother and had gone to Padan Aram. Esau then realized how displeasing the Canaanite women were to his father Isaac. So he went to Ishmael and married Mahalath, the sister of Nebaioth, and daughter of Ishmael, son of Abraham, in addition to the wives he already had. I love that very last line. He got a wife. Oh, right, he already had a couple. Imagine being in his shoes, too. He just found out his parents hate Canaanites, and his two current wives are both Canaanites. He is such a disappointment. But his new plan is third wife's a charm. Jacob left Beersheba and set out for Haran. When he reached a certain place, he stopped for the night because the sun had set. Taking one of the stones there, he put it under his head and lay down to sleep. All those blessings and this guy needs to sleep on a rock? Really? You know what would be interesting? If he dreamed about anything that did not involve God. Not gonna happen. He had a dream in which he saw a stairway resting on the earth, with its top reaching to heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. There, above it, stood the Lord, and he said, "I am the Lord, the God of your father Abraham, and the God of Isaac. I will give you and your descendants the land on which you are lying. Your descendants will be like the dust of the earth, and you will spread out to the west and to the east, to the north and to the south. All peoples on earth will be blessed through you and your offspring. I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you." That's it? That's the famous Jacob's ladder? That was anticlimactic. It's just a ladder to heaven that angels climb. which, by the way, sounds like an intense workout, and another reason heaven sounds horrible. Who wants to climb ladders all day, every day, for eternity? We're never told how long the ladder is exactly, which would at least be interesting to know. What if it's only like 10 feet and no one knew? Heaven is a basketball rim away. The rest of his dream is just everything God tells everyone in his family all the time. How boring. And why does God introduce himself as the God of Abraham and Isaac? Who are the other gods we might have chosen from? When Jacob awoke from his sleep, he thought, surely the Lord is in this place, and I was not aware of it. He was afraid and said, how awesome is this place? This is none other than the house of God. This is the gate of heaven. It's a dream, buddy. Doesn't mean it's real. Relax. Early the next morning, Jacob took the stone he had placed under his head and set it up as a pillar and poured oil on top of it. He called that place Bethel, though the city used to be called Luz. He anointed his rock pillow. That is about as pointless as giving your sex doll a name. It doesn't know what's going on. And I feel bad for you. Also, he called it Bethel. But it's already called Bethel. We heard the name in Genesis 12 and 13. You can't take credit for it now. Then Jacob made a vow, saying, if God will be with me and will watch over me on this journey I am taking, and will give me food to eat and clothes to wear, so that I return safely to my father's household, then the Lord will be my God, and this stone that I have set up as a pillar will be God's house. And of all that you give me, I will give you a tenth. That is quite the if-then statement. If God helps me, then I'll believe in him. Like, yeah, well, me too. What if God only gives him food but not clothes? Then will Jacob believe, or does that somehow make him agnostic? Did Jacob just make a promise to a stone pillow? Because, again, it's not listening. And look, we have the invention of tithes. If God blesses me, I will give God a tenth of my stuff. He could have said a one. Saved us all a lot of money. Or he could have just had faith and promised God nothing because he's God and he's not in need of cash. Why give so much away? That is a horrible first offer. I don't get to say this often when it comes to the Bible, but it's true this time. It was all a dream. It's just too bad some people can't distinguish between their imaginations and reality. But that explains how religion still works today.